Hello again, folks. Well, as you might hear in the background, the heat is once again on in my house. I'm in the basement here, and in order to be down here in the winter time, heat is quite essential. And unfortunately, though it be close to April, it be cold again in these parts. The gray skies have returned, and so too has the weather forecasters talk of feels like. In other words, the temperature may be 31 degrees, but it feels like 10. And just when we thought spring had arrived, we're back in a little bit of the winter blues. I'll say it, but I do know that sunshine and warmth is on the horizon. So I did think, since it be a cold and miserable day outside, it was a good time to come down here and play with some stamps. And I thought I would share a little bit about what I found on shopgoodwill.com recently. So, as many of you probably know, Goodwill takes the stamps that they receive and puts them on their online site, shopgoodwill.com. And I will admit that, especially during the pandemic, I loved bidding on lots from Goodwill and eagerly awaiting the boxes and then sifting through all kinds of things on my hunt for the collectibles. And it really was an enjoyable part of my collecting habit. It's always fun to have stamps that are coming to you in the mail and look forward to them. And when it came to Goodwill lots, you never knew what you would find, because this right here is a typical auction listing on Goodwill's website. There are 5 pictures, maybe 6. And so what you're bidding on is spec, right? You're bidding on the hope that you'll find something that isn't in the picture, because they don't. There's oftentimes not much in the pictures themselves, and the description is very limited. So during the pandemic, I found a lot, and before then too, I found a lot of good stuff on Goodwill, and I had a lot of fun doing that. Well, one of the things I've noticed recently is something like this. So this is currently live. It has 5 pictures. And as you can probably see, like I do, it is 5 pictures of very, very, very common run-of-the-mill stamps. And the description explains that these are in a shoebox and they weigh a pound. This is what it's going for. Currently on eBay, on shopgoodwill.com, it is going for $78. My first thing I wanted to say is, please learn from somebody like me who has been burned countless times and bid on the pictures you see on auction listings like this one. And based on the pictures here, I see maybe $5 worth of stamps. This is far from the most egregious listing I have seen on shopgoodwill.com. I have seen listings like this, or oftentimes they will have United States stamps that are going in the hundreds of dollars. And I can tell you, just based on having been there and done that, you aren't going to recoup your investment when you spend $250 on an auction lot on shopgoodwill.com. Certainly, there are exceptions to the rule, but they are very few and far between. Now, that being said, like I said earlier, I have enjoyed shopgoodwill.com over the years. And the other day, I was doing some house cleaning in my collections area, and I came upon this guy. And this is a folder full of God knows what. I really haven't a clue what's in here. What I know is that these are things that I found in boxes from Goodwill that I put in here, and I don't think I actually ever opened them. So, again, since it's cold and dreary outside, I thought I'd have some fun and see what I can find in here as I talk a little bit more about shopgoodwill.com. Here we go. All right, let's see what we have here. Isle of Man plate block. I suppose I don't need to narrate. Maybe I'll just show you what I find. I don't think I've ever looked through these. And if you see something that catches your eye, look at that. Marriage of the Prince of Wales to Lady Diana Spencer, July 1981. That's pretty cool. Souvenir sheets. If you are a collector of souvenir sheets, I would love to hear how you store them specifically. If there's a trick you have, please feel free to let me know. I know that there are mint sheets and things like that, but maybe you have a specific way you go about displaying your souvenir sheets. Yeah, I think these are cool. I really do. I like them a lot. I just don't know what to do with them. I mean, they just don't fit in any sort of collection of mine. Oh, look at that. That's cool. That one's cool. I like that a lot. Look at that. Wow. Isn't that cool? Huh. What a cool looking sheet. The circumnavigation of the world, the 400th anniversary. Wow, look at that beautiful stamp. Queen Elizabeth I, the British Virgin Islands. I love this. This is gorgeous. Huh. I have to find a spot for this. Sir Francis Drake, there he is. That's very cool. Huh. I'm going to find a home for that. Well, what else are we going to find in here? I won't go through all of this because it would be probably an hour-long video. But there's more. with the Goodwill piece specifically is you can always donate your stamps to Goodwill. And that's what I do from time to time when I've got leftovers from a collection or whatever the case may be. I send it on its way to Goodwill and hope that another collector finds some enjoyment out of it. It's also a way that you can, if you inherit a stamp album and you don't want to figure out another way to sell it, or if it's not, if maybe somebody advises you that it's not worth all that much potentially, you can donate it to Goodwill and assign a value to it, and that has some tax write-off implications too. This might make me start a little tie stock book. These are some cool tie stamps. I had no idea I had these in here. Look at all these. This is so indicative of what you'll find in a lot from Goodwill. It's just lots of little packets like this. And if you're, it's great for topic collectors. I do have an interest in putting together an album of ships, because I think ship stamps are very, very cool. So this might be the inspiration to do that. Lots of Cook Island. That old pirate. Oh, look at that beautiful stamp. Look at that beautiful stamp. Oh, that's so cool. That's just gorgeous. These are really cool stamps. The Easter Voyage of Saint Brelade. That's really cool. Unfortunately, the rest is cut off, but that's a beautiful stamp. That's very cool. Oh, here's another one. And that's something. That's so cool. Look at that stamp. The knight fighting the dragon. Gosh, that's so cool. Having killed the monster. Wow, look at that. I love that stamp. Wow, I've never seen those. Those are really cool. Okay, those might be my favorite, my new favorite. That's just a beautiful set. Huh. That's so, here I am talking myself into it again, because I do get a kick out of Goodwill lots, because you just have no idea what you're going to find. But that's also the problem, is the point. And I used to do this when prices were much, much lower than they are today. I'm not, I think there's just a lot of speculation happening. And it's, I've especially noticed it in the past 6 months or so. The Wedding of Prince of Wales. But it is a thrill to hunt and find, hopefully, something that you enjoy. And again, as long as you set your expectations, appropriate. What in the world is this? Government of Hong Kong. What in the world? All right, if any of you out there have insight into this 1-cent note, I'd appreciate it. That's interesting. That's really fascinating to me. Huh. Didn't think I'd find that in here. Alright, only a handful left in this bag of tricks. Royal Mail stamps. Are we in... What country have we moved into now? Ooh! Oh! These are cool. I didn't know I had these. I'll put these in my book. I'll put these in my Great Britain book. Well, why didn't I do that originally? Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, that's very cool. Oh. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, I'm putting my little like pile up here. There's more. Whoa. There's like a whole stack. Maybe that's why I put them in here, because I didn't know what else to do with them. Wow, look at that. That's cool. There's like a ton. No. Oh. Yeah. That's cool. I like these books a lot. Wow. I will find a home for these in my Davo album. Look at that. That's so cool. Wow. Huh. British Army Post Office. Is that just, that's just the cover? Yeah, that must just be the cover. Huh. That's cool. Yeah, these belong in my collection. I will find a home for that. Well, that makes me happy. Oh, I love stamps. All right, last but not least, what? Ooh, that's cool too. Wow, look at that. 1980 London. That's a cool mini sheet. I like that. Those are both very cool. Huh. Well, this is exceeding my expectations. So there you go. I think what I ultimately have to say about shopgoodwill.com is, as long as you approach it as you're out to have fun, you bid on the pictures you see on the listing itself and not on spec of what might be there, you can have a good time. Just scarce white paper. SG Cat 24.5. But there's... All right. Well, I might do some digging in that. So, approach it like you're having fun. You're going to sort through some stuff. You might find some things that you enjoy. You're not going to get rich. I'm just going to put it out there. But as long as you find enjoyment in things like this, I think that's cool. Or things like this. I mean, those are just very beautiful. And especially if you love finding things like this, then by all means, shopgoodwill.com. It's a good place to find lots of stamp collections. Just be careful. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this little trip through my my bag of tricks. And oh, just in time. The heat is going on again. For a good 20 minutes, I forgot the fact that my toes are cold. So here's to warmth and spring on the horizon. And until next time, take care.